Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Kindly introduce yourself.
I am Vanessa Airo Kabawatan, 23 years old, single, and I have one brother and one sister. And I am the youngest.
Okay. Did you finish your high school?
Yes, ma'am.
How about college? Did you take up any course in college?
Yes, ma'am. I take a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
For how many years?
4 years, ma'am.
4 years. So you're graduated from that course?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any experience working as a domestic helper before?
No, ma'am.
Abroad, no. And how about in the Philippines?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay. Where in the Philippines?
In Pau South, Bagabag, Nueva Vizcaya.
Nueva Vizcaya. Okay. And what's the nationality of your employer?
Filipino.
Filipino. Do they have children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
2, ma'am.
Of what ages?
8 and
8 and 3 years old. So can you tell me how can you take care of children ages 3 and 8?
3. Taking them in school, tutoring them, then taking them a bath.
And how about the food? Are you the one preparing their food?
No, ma'am.
No, your employer, your madam. Okay, and are you the one doing the marketing?
No, ma'am.
Also your employer. But if you are going to work in Hong Kong, you must learn how to cook and to do marketing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you know any, even just the simple dishes, the Chinese dishes?
No, ma'am, but I'm willing to learn.
Yes, but there are some food that is closer to the Philippine food, like the congee.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the steam rice, the steam, it's so easy, the steamed vegetables or the fish. Okay, and maybe while waiting for your application and for somebody will hire you, so maybe you can learn how to cook. Okay, and anyway, you said that you're willing to learn,
Yes, ma'am.
even not the Chinese food. Okay, for example, your employer has a visitor and they will ask you for a Western food, so you must also learn how to prepare or to make the Western food, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, why do you want to work in Hong Kong?
To support my family, ma'am,
Okay, and maybe also for yourself.
and for my future.
Okay, and do you think you can control your homesick?
Yes, ma'am. I'll make myself busy, and when it comes to my day off, I'll call them.
Okay, talking about day off, are you willing to accept day off set by your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Even not on the weekends?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem?
No
problem. Okay, I can see that do you have long hair? Medium. Not so.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if they will ask you to cut it short, it's okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how about an elderly? Do you know how to take care of an elderly?
Yes, ma'am. For my grandparents.
Okay, can you tell me how?
I gave him medicine, sometimes taking him a bath.
Okay, you're the one giving bath.
And food,
Okay, and to maintain the proper hygiene.
Yes,
That's very important. And do you have patience in taking care of an elderly?
yes, ma'am.
Do you think can you walk with them to the park or giving them some sort of exercise, like walking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you love pets?
Yes, ma'am.
Like what?
Dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats. You're not afraid of dog? You're not afraid of dog?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If your future employer will have a car, do you think you can wash the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'll give you one situation. What if somebody will go to the house of your employer and you are alone and you don't know that person? So what are you going to do?
I asked permission to my employer first, ma'am, before.
You're going to call your employer. What if you cannot contact your employer? So you have to decide for yourself. Are you going to let in the person or not?
No, ma'am.
Okay, or maybe what can you do?
I tell him to come back when my employer is in.
Okay, or maybe you can ask the name or the contact numbers, right? Even they will ask you that they are a relative, or a family member.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? You always have to follow instructions from your employer. If you work in Hong Kong, are you willing to obey the rules and regulations inside the house of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know any nursery rhyme?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I hear it? And louder your voice, please.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indian, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Indian, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Indian, 10 little Indian boys.
Okay, and if you commit mistake, what are you going to do or to tell your employer?
I'll say sorry to them and promise not to do it again.
Okay, as much as possible, avoid making mistakes. You can always ask questions if you want to know, or if you there's some problem or anything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and can you give me a short message for your future employer?
To my future employer, I am Vanessa Kabawatan and willing to do the work to your house, and I am hardworking, responsible, honest, and obedient. Yes.
That's okay. And are you willing to finish your contract if you work in Hong Kong?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
And how about an extension? If they will ask you for another year extension, are you willing
Yes.
to extend it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.